everybody, SolarWarlock coming at you guys with a brand new Let's Play. Spyro the Dragon for the Sony PlayStation 1. Yeah, this has a long time coming, boys and girls. We are going to be playing this game and hopefully, you know, things actually work out because I've literally spent forever trying to record this. Like, come on, forever. Anyways, we got a cutscene, so I'll see you guys in a second.
Okay, rolling.
Oh, it's been peaceful here in the 5 worlds, or is it 6? For a dragon's age. We now have 12,000 treasure, or is it 14,000? What about this Gnasty Gnorc character? Now, I understand he's found a magic spell to turn gems into warriors for his cause.
I'll take that question. Gnasty Gnorc is a simple creature.
Simple.
He has been contained in a remote world and is no threat to the Dragon Kingdom. No threat! Besides, he is ugly. That does it!
Looks like I've got some things to do.
So the plot of this game is, after being called ugly, stupid, kind of like no threat to the Dragon Realms, Gnasty is like, you know what, dragons, I don't like you, let's do this. So anyways, the controls. Use the analog stick or the D-pad to move, you press X to jump, circle to flame, square to charge, triangle to look around, L and R to roll, and L2 and R2 to move the camera in, you know, whatever direction you want. Now these dragons are what you have to collect throughout the game, so let's talk to it.
Thank you for releasing me, Spyro. Free 10 dragons in the artisan world. Then find the balloonist. He'll transport you to the next world.
What about Gnasty Gnorc? I'm going after him.
Find dragons first.
That's all I can tell you. Ah, I love that line so much. But yeah, then if you want to save your game, you can just go here. And when I'm playing on, you're actually allowed to, you know, use it properly, and that's amazing. Also, yeah, while gliding, if you press triangle, you'll just drop instantly. There are gems in the level, so if you press select, you can actually check out what you're missing. So, we ourselves need 100 gems and 4 dragons found in this level. Also, start can be used to exit it out as well. Now, I kind of wish I had turned down my headset, but yeah. Anyways, if you jump on these once each, also, apparently, there we go. Apparently I didn't jump on one. It opens up a secret speedway, but we ourselves are not going there yet. And I don't know why I keep saying we ourselves. This guy, he is called a gem thief. Well, actually, technically, I believe he's just called a gem Gnorc. Meh, kind of lame name, but anyways, we have Delbin.
Where's Gnasty Gnorc? I'll torch him.
Keep
Your horns on, Spyro.
You have much to learn first. Do you know what the dragonfly following you is doing? His name is Sparks, and he's helping and protecting you. Keep an eye on him and see what I mean.
Yeah, so Sparks, the guy behind us, is our health meter. So if he's blue, that means we took damage. If we get hit again, he goes green. If we get hit again, he goes invisible. And then if you get hit again, you die. So unlike Crash, where you have like 1 health, you actually have quite a bit of health. Now these runaway Gnorcs are literally just called Gnorcs. They're very, very basic enemies. Also, the analog stick I'm using, whoa, hey buddy, is a little floaty on this. I'm using a PS4 controller, so it may not be the best because it's like oversensitive. But it works well. It works well. It's a good controller, just not necessarily for this. See, I completely missed that enemy. Get back here, you Gnorc. Where is your master, Gnasty Gnorcertson? Also, these sheep will give you health if you flame them, so flame them for some health. Now let's practice gliding, and we made it, so sweet. Now there is 2 levels, specifically in the swamp world, that I'm not looking forward to doing, because worst in eternity, like of all Spyro games. Not because the levels are necessarily difficult, it's just to get to certain areas is annoying. now we can go over this way. Now, because I know where the end of the level technically is, or like where the boss is in this world, I'm gonna go there last. So you guys may be like, why is he not going to a specific area? Well, I'm going there after we beat the rest of this level. And I'm not just doing one level per video. I'm gonna make the videos like 25 minutes, so we'll just see how far we get. Anyways, we have Thomas the dragon.
Hey, Spyro, press the jump button twice to glide. And don't be afraid.
Afraid? Of what?
Falling from high mountain peaks, plummeting into prehistoric glaciers.
Oh, that.
Yeah, that sounds lovely, but I don't think we're gonna do that because we're planning on not dying. Also, you can play this with the D-pad, which in a way I highly recommend because it does work a little better. The sequels to this game were more meant to have the analog sticks in mind than this one. Like, while this one did support analog stick when the analog sticks came out, this game wasn't the best with it. Like, it's still really smooth, but it's not the best. Now there's some more gems down here after we kill that thief. Also, we will find enemies called egg thieves, or in the actual manual or like official name types, they're actually just called blue thieves. They're not actual egg thieves. Not entirely sure why, but that's just what they want to name them, blue thieves. We're also missing 14 gems. We're not gonna get them all here. I was like, wait a minute, why am I missing gems at this point in time? Because we haven't, you know, went to that one spot. So yeah. There's going to be 10 gems. Now, there are multiple colored gems. Green is worth 2, red is worth 1, blue is worth 5, gold is worth 10, and purple is worth 25. But in this game, I don't believe gold... No, gold exists, and purple does. Purple is just really light in this game. In later games, it's a darker purple, more like an amethyst type color. Anyways, our final dragon, Argus.
Cool flash. Do that again.
The artisan's boss is through a portal in the dragon mouth, but you are not yet ready, Spyro. First, you must complete one of the other artisan lands.
Yeah, so to actually get to the boss, we have to go beat a level. Now, the first level in this world is actually supposed to be Stone Hill, so we'll be doing this one first. So, yay, there's our 100 gems. They were all green and red gems, disappointingly enough. Now, this level. Oops, that's the start button. This level has 200 gems and 4 dragons. Not every level in every world will have the exact same amount of collectibles either. Like, clearly the home world only had 100 gems, but sometimes home worlds will have like 200, 300. A level will have like 400 or 200 or 100. It doesn't matter. Just whatever the creators decided. In later Spyro games worlds, I think in Spyro 2, all levels have 400 gems, no matter what. And then in Spyro 3, I think it starts off with either 3 or 400 and then goes up by 100 every time. Now, there is something down there that we need a key for, so we'll continue and look for the key before we go down there. There we go. And there's some more money. There's another ram. These guys are just rams. Oh, I forgot to mention, these little dragon statues are worth lives. If you killed enemies that you've already collected the gem from, they'll drop little orbs, and I believe if you collect 25 orbs or something like that, you will actually get an extra life. We'll probably just get extra lives via the life chests, so it doesn't really matter too much there. And we have Aster Phoenix.
After you freed all the dragons, pass through this fancy vortex thingamajigger. It'll take you back to the artisan home. But first, let me tell you a story.
No thanks. See ya.
This thing, or a reoccurring theme in this game is Spyro will a lot of time run into elderly dragons that will want to tell stories, and he'll be like, no, I don't want to hear the story. And that's exactly what we do. Now, anyways, let's go and collect all of this money in here. Oh, man, that worked out beautifully. I also haven't played a Spyro game or any PS1 game like this in ages, so I apologize if my controls are a little off. And Lindar.
When you free a dragon or step on one of their platforms, you're saving your progress. That could be useful if you run into trouble. Not that you ever run into trouble, Spyro.
Well, we can, but... And it's not instantly saved, like he says. In this game, unlike other games where entering portals also saves your progress, you actually physically and manually have to save in this game, so don't forget to save. Also, to find the missing stuff, you actually just jump over here. I forgot to show that there's a beach over here. And this beach will be where we get the key to go down that well, and then the rest of the level is through that other pathway that we haven't gotten to. Which we've gotten a majority of the level already complete, because with this key we can get more gems and one of the other dragons. You could get the dragon beforehand, but I thought, you know, it'd be better just to get it now. And it's just like, hey, guess what? We're more than halfway done the level, and we're only in this first little area. But the first levels are actually really easy. Also, these swirly things are whirlwinds, and they'll just take you up heights. You can skip the animation just by pressing the X button. It's just really slow. And we have Gavin. I don't know any Gavins.
Watch the dragonfly, Spyro. His color indicates his power. When he eats butterflies, he stays strong. Like me.
Sure.
Yeah, Spyro is also the only purple dragon, as well as the tiniest of all dragons, even though while in this game he is a kid, he does get older. Now, this game and the other ones in the game are voiced by Tom Kenny, the voice of SpongeBob. And he is reprising his role in the Spyro Reignited trilogy. So we'll actually have the same guy voicing. Now, I'm not saying it'll sound the exact same, because he has aged, and he did voice Spyro differently in 2 and 3. Like, in 2 and 3, the game is more of like a direct sequel to each other than they are to this game. Just because, like, even though a lot of the mechanics remain the same, oops, completely missed him with my flame breath, they changed up a lot of it. Like, fodder now is what gives you lives, as well as, like, just butterflies throughout the game that, you know, give you lives, like blue butterflies. You could collect, I think, 10 butterflies or something like that, and it'll give you a life. In this game, you have to re-kill enemies. So that's like saying, hey, you have to go back to a world to get lives, and not a lot of people are a fan of that. Anyways, let's go up here. Our final dragon is up here. Also, one of my favorite design dragons. Like, I love his wing color. So here we have Gildas.
Spyro, my friend, how about a hint on gliding?
You bet.
For the longest glide, press the X button at the top of a jump, and try pressing the triangle button to drop down in mid-flight.
So, just advice I told you. And apparently on this version of the game, his wings are darker. They're supposed to be like a bright red. The game is a little more dull than it should be, but nothing I'm going to do about that. It works out perfectly. Also, these pillars, they indicate you know, like an in-game wall. Literally an in-game wall. And I think that's really cool that they did that. Like, you still have textured land out in the distance, but you can't go to it. And I really like that they added that. Also, the music in this game is really good. Very peaceful here, though. And, aha, there's the egg thief. This is the first of many blue thieves that you'll find throughout the game. So just flame them to collect the pink egg. Or you can charge into them if you actually manage to get to them. I suggest just flaming, because flaming will be the easiest. And also, sparks. You're supposed to collect the gems when you're that close, sir. Don't know why he did it. Sometimes you will have issues collecting gems. The picking up of gems actually got way better in Spyro 3, because Spyro 3 actually has an ability that increases his range. But by the time you get that, it's not really the most useful. Is it the most useful? No, it is. I think it's the gem tracker ability we get last, and by that point, you, like, don't use it. Okay, now let's just go in here, and this should be the rest of the gems I'm hoping around here. There might be some laying out in another part of the upper terrain. Yeah, I think I'm missing 3 gems. Yeah, so there's a red and green, I think, just over to the side of this castle. Should be here somewhere, right? Up here? Pretty sure it's between some of these trees. Pretty sure it's here. Because in this game you don't have... If you press technically L1, L2, R1, and R2 in Spyro 2, it's a little cheat that you can actually track gems. They later found out that when people found out about it a lot more, they're like, you know what, we'll just add it as an actual ability in the sequel. So Spyro 3 is different. Oh wait, I think I see them. Yeah, they're over by the ledge. So if you look carefully in the distance, you can see the gems sparkling over here. And there's the 3 gems. So now, it will either go 200 or 200 there, or you can just press select and it shows you everything. So we have everything, including the egg. So now you can just go to this little whirlwind thingy and leave the level. And then we just add more gems to our total. Sweet, now we have a total of 500 gems. Oh yeah, now let's see. Did I say 500? I meant 300. We only got 200 gems there. Why did I say 500? I was looking at something on my iPod and it said 5, so I'm like, oh. Anyways, we got the next level, level 2, Dark Hollow. Well, I guess technically speaking, it could be considered level 3 if you include the homeworld. But whatever. So Dark Hollow, this one has one of my favorite soundtracks. Now those are Gnorc soldiers. I believe these guys with the shields are Gnorc soldiers. Also, we got another chest. Now those aren't in every level, not like the GBA game, I believe Season of Ice, that had them in every level. They like to put them in a lot of levels relatively close together, then they'll forget about them for a while, and then yeah. Anyways, we got Albin.
Oh, it's you. I wasn't sure if you'd escape those annoying little creatures. Of course, they wouldn't bother me, but here's a hint. Metal armor is fireproof, but a charge attack will take care of them.
So, yeah. As if you couldn't tell that from the way I killed him earlier. But anyways, I know I've seen this little guy over here. Also, we got frog fodder this time. Also, I forgot to show. We have 100 gems and 3 dragons. Why this level is technically level 3 or level 2 if you're not including the homeworld, I don't know. It's not really that much harder. Now, these big guys, they're called Gnorc sentries. Now, they'll just come and belly flop you. They won't hurt you, but you can't beat them unless you go from behind and flame them. So this level is actually the smallest level, I think, in the entire game. Like, and I don't just mean short, I mean small. Oh, darn it. See, watch, he just does that. Then you have to go all the way back and wait for him. Whoa. Someone's grouchy. Give me your money. And they always seem to give you a 5, which is really nice. Now let's go down here and look for some money. Man, we sound like Donald Trump with money. But then again, Donald Trump gives up a lot just to, you know, be president. Now, I'm not American, I'm Canadian, but I do prefer Trump over Trudeau that we have. Like, he's literally running our country into the ground, so I'm a little disappointed in that. Like, I had nothing against liberals until I found out that liberals run things poorly. Anyways, we got our friend Oswin.
Psst, Spyro, want to know a secret? Use the triangle button when you want to zoom in and look around. Oh, your secret's safe with me.
That's not a secret. If you actually bought the disc version of the game back in the day, and not like the either an emulator or on the PS3 shop or anything like that, it will actually tell you what the controls are in the manual. Like, I own all 3 on disc. They're just severely scratched from wear and tear. Also, young brothers. I wasn't the most careful, but mainly my brothers. Now these big guys are a little different. You actually have to flame them, even though they clearly have a shield. You can also flame certain objects around the land. Doing this doesn't really do anything, but it just adds a little kind of like uniqueness to the game, being like, hey look, you can actually interact with objects around you. Thank you, sir. I'll grab that dragon last. I always grab them now, but I'm trying to do things so we can like do it as quickly as possible. Also, here's a gem. That chest of gems isn't going to have much in it, is it? Like, we're already in the 70s. We've completed most of the gems, so... Oh wait, I forgot I already got the key, right? Is there a way of telling you if you got the key? Okay, if you press start, it tells you if you got the key. Yeah, I forgot, we got it down in the hollow part. No, we'll just go back for this. and then we'll go and finish the level, and then move on to the biggest of the levels in this world, I believe. Yeah, look at that. It's mainly red and green. Like, I don't think we just found our first few sapphires, but we haven't found any of the other gems yet, the gold or the purple, but we will find them eventually. Anyways, we have Darius Rucker.
Big enemies like this Gnorc with the club cannot be charged, but a quick flame, that should defeat them.
Yeah, okay. That's cool and all. Wait, what? How did I miss a gem? Oh. How the heck did I clearly miss a chest? Okay, anyways, we completed the level. So, yeah. That's perfect. Let's return home with all the money in the world. Well, 100. Now we got 400 gems. Now, every world has 3 levels, a boss level, and a flight level, or speedway level. So we will go and do Town Square next, and I think we'll end the episode there, just because this recording has been going on a little longer than I would have liked it to, but, you know. I'm also still getting used to the controls and stuff again. Remember, it's been years since I've actually played a PlayStation game. I mean, PlayStation 1 game. So for here, we got 200 gems, 1 egg, and 4 dragons. So, tied with Stonehill for, like, quantity-wise, but I believe it's the biggest level in terms of layout. I believe this is also the first level where we get introduced to some new concepts, well, more new concepts, as well as the bigger gems. Whoa. Also, for some reason, every now and then, my controller will cause me to go off to the side. See, blue gems in there. And we have Nils.
Welcome to Town Square, Spyro. Begin exploring by gliding to that area with the bulls. Use the L2 and R2 buttons to get a good look.
Thank you. Now, what I think he means by that is we can use it right now to turn and look that way. So yeah, we got bulls. To actually kill them, flame them, because if you charge them, you'll get the gem, but then they'll be able to eventually unpeg themselves from the ground and have another potential chance to hurt you. So just watch out for that. Yeah, so we got these things. So you flame them, you jump up and collect the gem. They're kind of an interesting little gimmick that never returns. Now these basket type things, they do return, but they turn into like a yellow and red basket. Or not a yellow and red, like a yellow and purple, I guess. And then the metal ones turn into vases. But we have Devlin.
Thanks, Spyro. I had the worst itch on the tip of my wing. Oh, did you know that you get your longest glides by pressing X at the very top of your jump?
Well, sounds kind of self-explanatory. Not like we have double jump. I forget what Spyro game it is. Oh, A Hero's Tale, I believe, added double jump. And it actually worked. And it kind of makes sense because Spyro would use his wings to go up. Also, you can actually hear and see the fountain, you know, pour liquid. I like that. So the music is really loud here for some reason, so I'm hoping that doesn't record too loud. I'm not entirely sure why it's doing that. If it's just the game, my headset being turned right up, or what. Because I have to naturally talk louder than I would when recording, because then my voice is higher up, so. Anyways, we got this dragon, Alvar.
Spyro, did you see a man dressed in blue running around here? He's a thief, and he's stolen a dragon egg. You've got to track him down and get that egg. Run! Run! I'm getting a little winded.
Now the thing is, I'm pretty sure when the next, like when the remaster trilogy comes out, we're gonna see like trophies for like collecting all the eggs, all the gems, this and that, but I don't know if it's gonna be like Crash and add time trials. Now, like, yeah, I get that these games never had time trials, but they very well could add time trials, because they added time trials to Crash 1, and that game never had any. But anyways, we got the egg, so that is all that matters. We got lots of money here to collect. Now, we'll be playing all 3 of the games eventually, maybe right after each other if you guys actually thoroughly enjoy the series. But this LP will go on for a while. Whoa. I don't know why I almost walked off the edge there. And I'm not talking about the edge of glory either. It'd be so much better. Yeah, see all these blue gems. Now we also got another gimmick over here. Also, I believe one of the best dragon names ever. See, gold gem and an enemy. Also, this thing you have to flame 3 times relatively close together, and then it'll break into normally a higher tier gem. And we got all the gems and the last dragon, which is Thor.
Thank you for releasing me.
Now, when you get into a level that has a lot more dragons, or the further you get where there's not a lot of, like, tips left, you'll start getting that where it's like, yo, thank you for releasing me, and that's literally all you'll get. So anyways, we got another 200 gems. For a grand total of 600. However, I had to check if it actually tells you how many gems are in a world. No, it doesn't actually tell you how many are in the overall total levels in world. So anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you guys liked it, please remember to leave a like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys all next time for some more Spyro the Dragon. I'll have the resolution turned up a little bit. I have it shrunk right down for this recording. But anyways, see you guys next time. Bye-bye.